Hey BoLS fans, I am AdamHarry, and we are taking a look at Codex Necrons today. Man, I'm excited about this one for Necron players. This is the first Xenos book for 9th edition, and one of the first codexes. It's coming out at the same time as Codex Space Marine as well. It is hardback. It is 100 pages-ish. Like, I think it's 90-something. 115 there at the back. 120 pages total. At the back of the book, there's also a code which you can punch into the Warhammer 40k app from Games Workshop to give you access to all the rules, which is why I didn't show up the back page. I hope that you didn't see the code, because I'm going to use that later. Yeah, let's pop in here and get started here. We're not going to go through page by page. We're going to hit some of the highlights and some of the important things, but I do want to show off the table of contents. Front half of the book essentially is going to be your lore section, which is great for all you lore junkies out there. And then the back half of the book is essentially all of your data sheets. It starts at page 80-ish and then goes from there. Army rules actually start at page 48. So I guess the front third of the book-ish is your lore, and the back 2/3, give or take. Yeah, ballpark it. But you can see there on your screen, if you want to pause and take a look there, we're going to move on. This being the new codex, it's packed full of new art for the Necrons, which we're excited to see. Just a bunch of their backstory and lore covered all over the place in this book. Talks about, again, the Silent King and his return, and just some of the war zones that they fought in, all the Tomb Worlds. Kind of gives you a big background there. I like this galactic map. This is what I was trying to find. Boom. And it's very Necron in style, as you can see. It's got the different dynasties, kind of where they've reawakened after sleeping for millions of years, apparently. So they're different sections. It's pretty cool. You can see the great scar there in the middle, in that dark green, and then it kind of goes out from there. So yeah, notice there's no Necrons on Terra. So take that, Void Dragon on Terra or on Mars. Anyway, hierarchy of the Necrons is kind of a quick breakdown for you. You've got your Pharaon there, goes down the Royal Court, and then down from there. So down way at the bottom here, your Satan shards, because they're, imprisoned by the Necrons or whatever. It goes through the legions. It goes through the different units, the different dynasties. Again, runs through those. Quick breakdown for those. There's like 6 big dynasties. We'll get to their rules in a little bit. But if you want to make your own, you can do that too. There's tons of stuff. As I mentioned earlier, it does talk about the Silent King. He's back. He's got some plans. He ran into some stuff in the void and not happy. It goes through some of the other characters, and then we get into some of the cool pictures of the miniatures. This is hot. We have the Void Dragon here, Satan, which is one of those models I can't wait to get my hands on. We got the Silent King, super rad model, lots of fun to build, because I have built it and it's cool. We get to the rule section already. Again, I'm skipping around quite a bit. This section covers all the basics. Your Battlefield rules, your Army rules, your Match Play rules, your Crusade rules, all the data sheets, war gear points, and rules reference you need to play Necrons. So, let's jump around a little bit. There's the different dynastic codes if you want to play a specific dynasty. There you go. You pick one. They each have their own little dynastic abilities that go along with them. The protocol, they have protocols too that they can use. Command protocols they kick in on their turn. I think that will be explained in a little bit. We'll get to that. The dynastic codes, Royal Court. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Keep moving. Here's, if you want to do your own dynasty, there's the Ancient Dynasty with the dynastic traditions. You don't have to do one of the other codes or one of the other dynasties. You can form your own. I believe you select one code from here, and then you can also select an additional code from the Circumstances of Awakening list over here. So you pick one of these, and they get one of these. So kind of cool way to do that for the Necrons. They have 6 different Circumstances of Awakening. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could roll a d6. I think that's all of them. Yeah, you can roll a d6. Same dynastic traditions if you want to just kind of make your own. So, cool stuff. Stratagems, I think it's 3 pages, 4 pages. Yeah. 4 pages, and then a 5th page for the dynastic specific stratagems there. Again, these are color-coded. I don't know why GW did this now, but it's a neat little format. I guess it's kind of keeps stuff, you know, organized. We have new battle tactics in green. We've got epic deed stratagems in kind of a brown. Hand of the Pharaon requisition stratagems in a darker green, and then we get to like these gray stratagems for strategic play, and then we also have some war gear stratagems in like a lighter gray. So, yeah, I guess it's just a visual thing to keep everything, organized. They don't really change much. I mean, there are some new stratagems in here. Again, it's quite a big list. I think it's 40 total if you count the dynastic stratagems too. And again, they are color coordinated to match the previous version. So like these are battle tactics versus strategic play. Not that they have too much of an effect. I believe there's requisition stratagems in here too, which those basically kick off before the game starts. Yeah, these are the dark green requisition ones. So there you have it. Moving through here, there's Cryptek Arcana. This section is a way for you to upgrade your characters. You can use this for Crusade. You can use this if your army is battle forged. So you've got different ways if you want to take specific items to upgrade specific characters. Like for example, let's see, Dimensional Sanctum. That's just any character. Here we go, the Quantum Orb. This one goes to the Plasmancer model only, so it's stuff like that. What does this one do? I don't know, let's find out. Plasmancer model only, this is the Quantum Orb. Once per battle, in your command phase, the bearer can activate the item of a Cryptek Arcana. If it does, select one point on the battlefield anywhere within 24 inches of the bearer, and place a marker on that point. Yeah, activate this item. At the start of your next command phase, roll 1d6 for each unit within 6 inches of the center of that marker, subtracting 1 if the unit being rolled for is a character. On a 4 or 5, that unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. On a 6, that unit suffers 3 mortal wounds. The marker is then removed. It's like a grenade or a void, you know, grenade to the void, essentially is what that is. Moving on, we get into Warlord Traits, which you've got your 6 Warlord Traits. You've got your Dynastic Warlord Traits, which I believe is another 6. Named characters are specific Warlord Traits, obviously. We get to their army rules. We got more relics here for you to choose from. We're not going to go through that, but you can kind of pause and look at those if you want. Powers of the Satan here. Again, Necrons don't exactly have like psychic powers, so this is the closest thing. So there you have more psychic powers. Or not psychic powers, Satan powers. Psychic Satan. Chapter approved rules. These were kind of written from the chapter approved stuff that have been rolled into the book now. So there you go, match play stuff. More Crusade rules. Again, if you are looking to start a Necron army, or if you want to start a Crusade league, this is great stuff for you to use, just to go through those. Battle traits, requisition, all that fun stuff. We're not going to deep dive into this stuff, but you get the idea. Battle scars, obviously got to have those too. Then we get into data sheets. Here's the command protocol stuff that I was looking at or wanted to get to. So again, depending on the dynasty that you're playing, you could have some extra effects with the command protocols when you execute the directives. Some of them get to activate both directives depending on the dynasty, so that can have an impact on your play. But the protocols are pretty cool. There are 6 of them. They're similar to Space Marine doctrines, combat doctrines. So you kind of pick here. So let me read through this real fast. We're starting here. If every unit from your army, including dynastic agents, Satan chart, and unaligned units, is from the same dynasty, and you select a noble model to be your warlord, this unit is eligible to benefit from this ability, and the following rules apply. After both sides have deployed, but before you have determined who will have the first turn, you must assign a different one of the command protocols above to each of the first 5 battle rounds, and note this down secretly on your army roster. So you're basically going to say, battle round 1, I'm going to use number 2, which is Sudden Storm. On round 2, I'm going to use number 3, and then 5, 4, 1, whatever you pick. And then, as you reveal the turn, as you go to the next turn, you reveal which protocol you pick. So if you plan wisely, then you can have a really cool turn for that particular phase of the Necrons. If you don't plan correctly, well, sorry. Cool stuff. And then we get into the data sheets. We're not going to go through all this. I want to hit some of the new units though. So let's do some of the new units in terms of like lieutenant equivalents, I want to say, or close to it, like the Technomancer, the Psychomancer, the Chronomancer, the Plasmancer. So these were all introduced. These are all new HQ options for the Necrons here. So this is pretty interesting to see the roster going up quite a bit here. I want to call out one other thing too. If you go back here, the Destroyer Lord has been changed to a Locust Lord. So that's kind of cool. I'm guessing that Destroyers got renamed or have changed to now Locusts. So kind of fits. Moving along here, a lot of the stuff we've seen already. Their troop section, unsurprisingly light. Warriors or Immortals still. So, and they do have the core keyword, both of those. So that's kind of cool. The new Reanimator, Hexmark Destroyers Elite. Moving on. Trade ones for all. Scorpic Destroyers are now in here too. All the new stuff's in here. Here's the Satan of the Void Dragon. All the Satan shards are 18 power level Satan shards of the Void Dragon here. I do want to check these rules out because I think they're pretty rad. So yeah, going through here, Spear of the Void Dragon can be used in shooting or melee. Canoptic Tail Blades, all that fun stuff. It's kind of beefy here. Let's see, moves 8, +2 to hit for weapon skill and ballistic skill, strength 6, tough 7, 9 wounds, 5 attacks, leadership 10, 3-up save. It is living metal, which is one of the army special rules. It's got the Necrodermis, which has a 4-up invulnerable save, and cannot lose more than 3 wounds in the same phase. So, hello. Can't have a relic or a warlord trait, and you can ignore the Lookout Sir rules when selecting this model as a target of a range attack. That's the enslaved Star God rule. Reality unravels. When this model is destroyed, roll 1d6 before moving. If you play on a 4-up, it explodes, and each unit within 6 inches suffers d3 mortal wounds. So you can go boom. That's kind of cool. Matter absorption. If it destroys a vehicle, it can heal. So, yeah. And then he's got different Satan powers. So, cool. I want to play with that model. I want to build it, paint it. I want to get my hands on it. Transcendent Satan's back as well. Canoptic stuff. All that fun stuff. I want to see Ghost Arc Monolith. Monolith. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hello. So, I'm sure most folks are familiar with the Obelisk and the Tesseract Vaults. Those are the big Lords of War from previous edition, right? Check this out. The Monolith is now a Lord of War. Yeah, 24 wounds, strength 8, toughness 8, 6 attacks. Wow. It's got some degrading profiles for movement and ballistic skill and attacks. I'm curious. Okay, weapons, it's got the 4 Gauss Flux arcs, or it's got 4 Death Rays. Death Rays are pretty good. 24-inch range, 1 shot each, strength 9. It's last cannons, but D3 plus 3 damage, straight up. Still has the old Particle Whip and the Portal of Exile, which is the melee attack. It's got a bunch of special abilities. Okay, so yeah, heads up, monoliths are now Lords of War. Take that. One other thing I want to call out about these Lords of War things here, they all have the Titanic keyword now too, so the monoliths have vehicle, Titanic, and stuff like that. Next page over has the Silent King. Silent King also has the Lord of War symbol here, but down here he's got the Supreme Commander keyword. So this is like the first Supreme Commander we've seen, which is kind of rad. And he's got like a whole page of rules. Yeah. We've seen a lot of these. So like Noctilith Beacon, he can try to deny one psychic power as if he was a psyker. Let's see here. Obscene's Generators, the start of the fight phase. If there's any units within engagement range of Sazerath, then until the end of the phase, those units cannot fight until all their... So he slows everybody else down. So, yeah. Those units cannot fight until after all other eligible units from your army have done so. So, get out of engagement range with this guy. Pharaon of the Stars as an aura. Necron Core. units or Triarch Praetorians within 6 inches of this model. Each time a range attack is made by a model in that unit, you can reroll the hit roll. Same deal for melee rolls. You can reroll the wound roll though. Relentless March, same units. Can add 1 to their normal move or advance, so that's cool. My Will Be Done, Pharaon, can do that twice. So Voice of the Triarch, once per battle. Can change up the command protocol. That's cool. The Triarchal Menhir, which are those floaty things that go with them, they do cool stuff. He's got a whole page of rules. So, yeah, he's going to be fun to play against. Let's see. He can explode. Oh, here's one. Preservative Auto Torpor. If he has 8 or fewer wounds remaining, it cannot make attacks with its Staff of Stars and loses the Pharaon of Stars ability. If he has 4 or fewer wounds remaining, it cannot make attacks with its Scythe of Dust and loses the Pharaon of the Blades ability. Oh, that's kind of rough. He does have a 4-up invulnerable across the board. He's got 16 wounds base. The 2 Triarchal Menhirs have 5 wounds each, which is kind of interesting. And this is what this rule is talking about. While this unit contains any Menhir models, it does not count as a character for the purposes of Lookout Sir rule. And each time an attack successfully wounds this unit, the attack must be allocated to one of those models. Destruction of the Menhirs is ignored for the purposes of morale test. If the model is ever destroyed, any remaining Menhirs on the unit are also destroyed. So they kind of function as bodyguards. Kind of interesting. It's going to be a crazy cool unit. And then finally, of course, the other one on this page is the Convergence of Dominion, which is a fortification, which we've seen these rules already. But Living Metal Command Protocols, that fun stuff. You just get to move around and shoot you. So warp across the board. So cool stuff all around for the Necron. Last few pages are going to be your weapon profiles or other warrior options, your points, and a glossary for the rules. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for Codex Necrons. And of course you get the code on the back cover, which you can use on the app. So I hope you've enjoyed this overview of Codex Necrons. I'm excited for them. I want to do a more deep dive on this book. We'll be talking about this one for a while. Just come check us out. But I am AdamHarry from BoLS. Thank you for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.